I put the M10Q 5883 GPS module in the Flamewheel. Checked it indoors. I was getting like 8 satellites, which is what I get in there recently when it's working. So I took it outside and set it up, and look at this. I now have 17 satellites on this. It was up to 18 a while ago. But that's an H743 version 2 in the Flamewheel. It might be a version 3. I think it is a version 3. So that further shows that those GPS modules work as advertised on the full-size flight controllers. I did try them on the mini, the slim today on the 7-inch. Didn't seem to be much difference. For some reason, the 743 Slim and the 743 Mini doesn't want to use this GPS, is what it looks like. More and more and more each day. I don't know why. Maybe on those boards the DMA is not enabled on that port. I will dig deeper and deeper. But now I'm going to work up the Flamewheel just to further prove that it does work with lots of satellites on a regular flight controller. This is crazier and crazier every day. So, to verify all of this, I took the FTDI module out and put it on the notebook with another GPS and used UCenter. And UCenter had 18 of 30 satellites. Exactly what the Flamewheel H743 version 3 was saying. 18, 20-ish. It doesn't tell me of how many like UCenter does. This is not a how-to. I wouldn't do a how-to on M10 GPS modules for love nor money yet. I haven't got them worked out completely. Can't find many people. I only know of one that seems to have them worked out on the planet, but we're in communication. We'll see what happens there. But if I was going to make an M10 GPS module how-to, which I will down the road when it's all working well, I would turn those off and on and go through those steps to prove if the GPS SBAS _ mode needs to be set to a 1, a 2, or a 0. So more and more, for some reason, it looks like these GPS modules don't work on those two boards I have on the quads, the Slim and the Mini. Now this could be because I damaged them soldering them when I installed them. When I crashed one of them a couple of times, I already found a little bit of board damage on the Mini. The DFU button is gone. When I put it in beta flight last night, I had to use a pair of tweezers across the two solder pads to put it in DFU mode. It might not be a factory problem with those two boards, just the two that I have caused by me. We don't know yet. I will get to the bottom of it one way or another, but I've at least started to prove that these GPS modules, the Flamewheel and the 3 M10Q 5883 GPSs I have, work perfectly on a H743-Wing version 3. It's what I do in life. I figure out electronics. I'm fair at it. But I'm sharing my troubleshooting as in real time as I'm doing it. If those types of videos, you've got to understand, I could be right or wrong all the time at any second, and finally get it all in the end, which I usually do. Or I could make you guys videos where I do everything over a 3-week period with no posted videos, and then show you the nicely wrapped with a bow and everything video at the end of my troubleshooting processes. I think you guys want to see how I struggle with this because you struggle with this too. That's what I'm trying to show here. Just keep at it. It'll all work out eventually. Never give up. Never surrender. Well, you guys know me. I just can't deal with a question without an answer, so I went and put the FTDI back on the notebook outside, and here's, I didn't show you this time, it says 17 of 26, so it matches our Ducopter on the Flamewheel almost exactly. And right up here you'll see that SBAS is checked, so therefore I think it's needed. I'm going to put the Flamewheel back on it, and we'll see if we can check and uncheck that in the perimeters and see what happens. Actually using the microphone in my notebook right now to record this, so it is going to sound different. So you can see right here the sats in the bottom left are bouncing between 16 and 17. Exactly what U-Center said. And we saw in that SBAS was some of the satellites. It was one of two. There were two, but it was only using one SBA satellite in U-Center. So we're going to change this to a 0 real quick. Write that out. We're going to reboot this bad boy by cheating here. Mandatory hardware compass. Reboot. Yes. That lets me stay powered up. And it'll be right back. There we go. Yeah, you see that SBAS is disabled now, and it's still 16 and 17. 16 and 17. So it's different than the 2 that is the default. I don't think that particular one matters, but I will show you that the GPS underscore GNSS, if it's set to the default, oops, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm just going to come right here and say 0, enter, and write that out. If it's set to the default, I think it's going to knock down the sats. But again, this isn't a how-to yet, because I ain't figured out how to. I got sidetracked by, could be damaged. Yeah, see, that don't even matter there. It's still 16 or 17. I'm going to power it down completely real quick and power it back up and reconnect. On one of the other ones, it did show that being 0 got me half the satellites that having them all checked did. 14, 13, 15. I really don't think that perimeter makes a lot of difference. But again, you can't find any of this documented anywhere. Just a pain in the posterior. So that is with 16, 17. Yeah, I'm not sure it makes a bit of difference at all. And that is with GPS underscore GNSS. That is 0, the default. And SBAS explicitly turned off. I will put that one back to a 2, which is its default. And I don't think those make a difference. So I've changed my mind. So defaults, all defaults for the GPS, straight as they come out of the firmware, seems to work. This gives me about 10 more sats or so than it does with a different GPS. So that's all I'm going to do today. I need to relax. I feel like this is all coming together. I can work up the Flamewheel now and have it. I'm not sure what I'll do about the 2 quads. I may just go back with M10Q 5883 GPSs on them and let them stay that way. I could fly the Flamewheel in the backyard with 17 sats, whereas the quads might not if they don't have that many. Anyway, this is it for today. Just had run into a few other little things and wanted to report them. Thank you guys so much.